Buried beneath the Mediterranean Sea lies a city of ancient wonders. Canopus, once a thriving metropolis in Egypt, now lost to time. For centuries, its secrets have remained submerged, but recent discoveries are bringing the sunken city back to the surface, revealing a forgotten chapter of Egyptian history. This lost city, once known for its religious significance and bustling trade, has resurfaced to offer a glimpse into the lives of people who lived centuries ago, illuminating parts of ancient Egypt's story that have been hidden for millennia. The rediscovery of Canopus is more than just an archaeological breakthrough. It's a monumental journey into the depths of history. With underwater excavations yielding extraordinary discoveries, the city's remains are sparking excitement among historians and archaeologists alike. From submerged temples dedicated to ancient gods to monumental statues that have been reclaimed from the ocean floor, each artifact brings us closer to understanding the mysteries that once lay beneath the waves. Yet, Canopus remains enigmatic, shrouded in mystery. Why did such a prosperous city vanish beneath the waves, seemingly without a trace? What new insights into Egypt's rich past can we uncover by exploring this submerged metropolis? The answers are just beginning to emerge, and what they reveal may forever change our understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization. In this video, we'll dive deep into the rediscovery of Canopus, exploring its history, the technology that helped locate it, and the treasures that have been unearthed from its watery grave. Join us as we unravel the secrets of the sunken city of Canopus, a lost world now coming back to life before our very eyes. Canopus, once one of Egypt's most prosperous cities, was situated on the northern coast just a short distance from Alexandria. Its strategic location near the Nile Delta and the Mediterranean Sea made it a vital port city, connecting Egypt to trade routes across the ancient world. The city flourished for centuries, becoming a center of culture, commerce, and religion. Its prominence grew, especially during the Ptolemaic period, when it played a key role in Egypt's complex relationship with the Greek and Roman empires. Canopus wasn't just a trading hub, it was also a religious center dedicated to the worship of Osiris, the Egyptian god of the afterlife. The city was known for its grand temples and elaborate ceremonies, which attracted worshippers from across the ancient world. It was believed that Canopus was a place where the spirit of Osiris could be honored and where the afterlife could be accessed through sacred rituals. In fact, the famous Canopus stone, an ancient stele found in the city, detailed the rites performed here, giving scholars insight into the religious practices of the time. While Canopus was revered for its spiritual significance, it was also a center of intellectual and artistic achievement. Philosophers, scholars, and poets gathered in the city, making it a melting pot of ideas and a symbol of Egypt's cultural and intellectual renaissance during its peak. The architecture of Canopus, with its grand palaces, sprawling public spaces, and monumental statues, reflected the wealth and importance of this ancient metropolis. However, as time went on, Canopus began to fade into obscurity, overshadowed by Alexandria's rise as the cultural capital of the Mediterranean world. By the time of its submergence, Canopus was no longer the bustling city it once was, but its legacy remained. The city's disappearance beneath the waves during the 4th century CE marked the end of an era, yet its memory lived on in the writings of historians, scholars, and poets who continued to speak of its grandeur. Canopus had vanished from the historical record, but its story was far from over. It would take over a millennium for the sunken city to be rediscovered and its secrets to be revealed once more. The fate of Canopus is as mysterious as the city itself. In its prime, the city was a hub of life, culture, and commerce. However, it met a tragic and unexpected end during the late antiquity period. Around the 4th century CE, a series of powerful earthquakes and tsunamis struck the region, triggering the gradual sinking of Canopus beneath the waves of the Mediterranean Sea. Over time, the city's grand temples, statues, and streets were swallowed by the ocean, leaving only fragments of its once majestic presence. The sudden disappearance of such an important city is what makes Canopus's story so fascinating. While many ancient cities have been abandoned and left in ruins, few have vanished completely beneath the sea, leaving little trace behind. The lack of historical records on the city's demise only deepened the mystery. It was as though Canopus had simply vanished from the map, swallowed by the tides of time and nature. Ancient writers and scholars barely mentioned the city's submergence, and by the Middle Ages, Canopus had been forgotten altogether. The legend of the lost city, however, persisted in local folklore. Sailors and fishermen in the region would occasionally report seeing strange shapes beneath the water's surface, but no one truly believed that Canopus lay hidden under the waves. It wasn't until the 20th century that serious attempts were made to locate the submerged city. Yet even then, the vastness of the Mediterranean and the depths at which the city rested made it seem almost impossible to uncover the secrets lying below. Despite this, Canopus continued to captivate the imaginations of historians and explorers alike. What had become of the once thriving city? Were any remnants of its magnificent architecture still intact? And most intriguingly, what did this sunken city tell us about the ancient Egyptians and their connection to the sea? These questions remained unanswered until the late 20th and early 21st centuries, when advances in underwater archaeology and technology finally began to reveal the truth hidden beneath the Mediterranean surface. The rediscovery of Canopus is a testament to the incredible advancements in archaeology and technology. For centuries, the city had remained hidden beneath the Mediterranean, its once glorious structures only faintly remembered in ancient texts. However, in recent decades, modern technology has unlocked the door to this forgotten world. The breakthrough came in the early 2000s when a team of underwater archaeologists and marine scientists began using sonar mapping to explore the seafloor near Alexandria. The data collected revealed something extraordinary, a sprawling underwater site that seemed to match the descriptions of Canopus. Using a combination of sonar imaging, remote-operated vehicles, ROVs, and submersible diving technology, the team began a meticulous exploration of the area. These tools allowed archaeologists to map the underwater ruins with astonishing accuracy. Unlike traditional excavation, which requires divers to physically search and excavate in the water, these technologies provided detailed, real-time images of the sunken city, allowing the team to pinpoint key locations of interest. The discovery was as thrilling as it was surprising. Canopus, the once forgotten city, was indeed still there, waiting to be uncovered. Among the first significant finds were massive stone columns, parts of monumental temples, and intricate sculptures that had been lost for over a millennium. One of the most notable discoveries was the submerged remains of the Temple of Serapis, an important religious site dedicated to the god Serapis. The ruins of this temple had long been thought to have disappeared completely, but now they stood as a testament to Canopus's religious significance. Other finds included statues of gods and kings, as well as inscriptions that provided valuable insight into the city's cultural and religious life. Each discovery confirmed what historians had long speculated, that Canopus had been a city of immense wealth, beauty, and importance. The rediscovery of Canopus also sparked an international effort to preserve the site. As news of the underwater ruins spread, archaeologists and conservationists began working together to ensure that the city's treasures were protected from the threats of modern pollution and human interference. While the exploration of Canopus is ongoing, it has already provided invaluable insights into the ancient Egyptian world, offering a unique opportunity to study a city that had remained hidden for centuries. The continued excavation of the site promises even more exciting discoveries, each one adding another layer to the rich history of this long-lost city. The excavation of Canopus presents unique challenges and opportunities, as it is one of the most significant underwater archaeological projects of its kind. Working in a submerged environment requires precision, patience, and cutting-edge technology. Divers and underwater archaeologists face several obstacles, including poor visibility, unpredictable currents, and the delicate nature of the artifacts they are unearthing. Unlike land-based digs, where items can be recovered with relative ease, underwater excavation demands that every step be carefully planned and executed to avoid damaging fragile relics. One of the key methods used in the excavation process is the use of remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs. These high-tech tools allow archaeologists to explore deep underwater without the need for human divers to descend into the depths. Equipped with cameras and specialized sensors, these vehicles can map the site, capture high-definition images, and even retrieve small artifacts from the seafloor. The data collected from these devices has enabled archaeologists to document the underwater ruins with remarkable detail, mapping out the layout of Canopus and identifying significant areas for further exploration. Another crucial technique in the excavation of Canopus is the use of traditional diving methods, which are still necessary for certain tasks. Highly trained divers equipped with sophisticated diving gear work in tandem with the ROVs to carefully uncover larger structures and artifacts. For example, when large statues or architectural pieces are discovered, divers work to clear away sediment and debris, carefully lifting or stabilizing the items to prevent them from shifting or breaking. Specialized preservation techniques are also employed to protect these discoveries from deterioration once they are brought to the surface. One of the most exciting aspects of this underwater excavation is the discovery of well-preserved artifacts that provide a direct link to the ancient city's daily life. Among the notable finds are statues of Egyptian gods, inscriptions in hieroglyphics, and remnants of daily items like pottery and jewelry. These discoveries offer a glimpse into the lives of the people who once lived in Canopus. But even more tantalizing are the traces of Canopus's religious rituals and public life. Large stone altars, bas-reliefs depicting gods and religious figures, and parts of grand temples dedicated to Osiris and Serapis, which reveal the spiritual significance of the city. Despite the challenging nature of underwater archaeology, the team working at Canopus remains optimistic. The unique preservation conditions of the underwater environment, such as the cool, stable temperatures and the absence of oxygen, have allowed many artifacts to remain intact for over a millennium. This makes Canopus an archaeological treasure trove, offering a rare opportunity to study the ancient world as it once was. As the excavation continues, it's expected that even more secrets will be uncovered, and the history of Canopus will be gradually pieced together, one artifact at a time. The ongoing excavation of Canopus is offering a wealth of knowledge, shedding light on many aspects of ancient Egyptian life that were previously unknown or poorly understood. The artifacts recovered from the sunken city are telling us more about its inhabitants, their culture, their religion, and their way of life. From the ruins of temples dedicated to gods like Osiris and Serapis to the stunning sculptures and inscriptions, each find contributes a piece to the puzzle of Egypt's ancient past. One of the most significant revelations from Canopus is the insight into ancient Egyptian religious practices. The city's close ties to the cult of Osiris have become more apparent, with evidence showing that Canopus was a center of worship for this god of the afterlife. The discovery of statues and altars dedicated to Osiris and other deities reveals the city's role in the broader religious landscape of ancient Egypt. The grand temples unearthed here are providing new understanding of the rituals and ceremonies that were conducted, many of which are mentioned in ancient texts, but never before fully understood. The site is also offering a deeper look into the daily lives of the people who lived in Canopus. Among the uncovered items are everyday objects, such as pottery, jewelry, and personal items that belonged to the citizens of this ancient city. These artifacts give us a glimpse of what life was like for those who lived in Canopus, far beyond what historical texts or hieroglyphics can tell us. For example, intricately crafted pottery and fine jewelry found at the site suggest a high standard of living, as well as a flourishing art and craft culture. Additionally, inscriptions and graffiti discovered on walls and statues offer glimpses into the thoughts and beliefs of the people who once inhabited the city, providing insight into their social dynamics, religious devotion, and daily activities. Perhaps one of the most exciting discoveries is the architecture itself. The submerged ruins have allowed researchers to study the construction techniques used in Canopus. From the grandiose stone columns to the intricate carvings that adorn the temples, the buildings of Canopus showcase the architectural brilliance of ancient Egyptian engineers. What's more, these discoveries allow archaeologists to piece together the layout of the city itself. They are learning about its urban planning, the division of religious and civic spaces, and the scale of the city's importance during its height. The city's wealth and strategic importance as a port city have also become clearer. As artifacts from the Mediterranean region begin to surface, archaeologists are gaining insight into the extensive trade networks that Canopus was a part of. This shows how Canopus was not only a cultural and religious hub, but also a significant player in the broader trade and political dynamics of the ancient Mediterranean world. The vast network of goods that passed through Canopus reveals how this city was at the crossroads of commerce, culture, and power, making it a key site in ancient Egypt's legacy. As the excavation of Canopus continues, it is evident that this sunken city will continue to reveal its secrets. Each artifact, each statue, and each inscription brings us closer to understanding a forgotten civilization that thrived on the edge of the Mediterranean. The deeper we dig, the more we learn about the people who once called Canopus home, and the more we understand the complexities of ancient Egyptian society. As with any great archaeological discovery, the rediscovery of Canopus has sparked a range of theories and speculations, both about its role in ancient Egypt and the possible treasures still hidden beneath the sea. While much has been uncovered, there remain many unanswered questions, and researchers continue to debate the significance of certain discoveries and the ultimate fate of the sunken city. One of the key theories surrounding Canopus is its strategic importance as a religious and political center. It's widely believed that the city's proximity to Alexandria gave it a unique position in Egyptian society. Canopus was not only a major port and trade hub, but it also played a critical role in the religious practices of the time. The discovery of temples dedicated to Osiris and Serapis suggests that Canopus was central to the religious life of ancient Egyptians, particularly in terms of their beliefs about the afterlife. Some researchers speculate that Canopus may have been a primary location for the rituals associated with these deities, potentially making it an essential pilgrimage site for worshippers seeking to honor the gods and secure a place in the afterlife. Another theory points to Canopus as a crucial center for intellectual and artistic exchange. Given its strategic position and its links to the Ptolemaic dynasty, the city may have been a place where Egyptian, Greek, and Roman cultures blended. The discovery of inscriptions in both Greek and Egyptian hieroglyphs suggests that Canopus may have been a melting pot of ideas and philosophies during the Hellenistic period. This blending of cultures may have played a key role in shaping the artistic and intellectual traditions of the time, and some historians believe that Canopus was a key site for philosophical debates, scientific advancements, and artistic innovation during Egypt's period of Greek influence. While the known history of Canopus is fascinating, one of the most tantalizing aspects of its rediscovery is the speculation about lost treasures still waiting to be uncovered. Some archaeologists believe that the city's wealth, accumulated through trade and its religious importance, means that valuable artifacts, perhaps even royal treasures, remain hidden in the ruins. Could gold, jewels, and other precious items still lie beneath the Mediterranean waves? And if so, what might they tell us about the ancient Egyptians' understanding of wealth, power, and the divine? These questions continue to fuel speculation. And while the majority of the excavation has focused on preserving the city's cultural heritage, the allure of discovering treasure is never far from the minds of archaeologists working on the site. There's also the mystery of the city's eventual disappearance. While it is known that a series of earthquakes and tsunamis contributed to the submergence of Canopus, the speed at which it sank is still a subject of debate. Some scholars suggest that the city's fall was not gradual, but rather a sudden and catastrophic event, with much of Canopus collapsing into the sea in a matter of days or weeks. This theory raises even more questions about the technology and construction methods used by the ancient Egyptians. How could such a grand city disappear so quickly? Did the people of Canopus have any warning, or was the collapse an event of such magnitude that it could not have been avoided? Finally, Canopus's ties to Egyptian mythology only deepen the speculation surrounding the city. The city was closely associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and some researchers have proposed that Canopus itself was symbolically linked to the journey of the soul. Could the city have been deliberately built to reflect spiritual beliefs about the afterlife, with its temples and structures serving as pathways for the dead to journey toward the afterlife? While this is still just a theory, it adds an intriguing layer of mystery to Canopus's significance, suggesting that the city may have had a dual purpose, both as a thriving metropolis and as a sacred space for those seeking eternal life. As excavation continues and more discoveries are made, the theories and speculations surrounding Canopus will only grow. The city's secrets are being gradually revealed, but much still remains hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered by future generations of explorers and archaeologists. The rediscovery of Canopus is far from the end of its story. It marks only the beginning of what promises to be an ongoing and transformative exploration into one of Egypt's most enigmatic lost cities. While significant progress has been made, there is still much to uncover. As new technologies continue to emerge, the future of Canopus excavations holds immense promise, offering the possibility of even greater discoveries that will enrich our understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization. One of the immediate focuses for archaeologists and historians is the continued excavation of the city's submerged structures. Many of Canopus's key sites, including temples, statues, and residential areas, have been identified but remain largely unexplored. The Grand Temple of Serapis, for example, is only partially uncovered, with several sections of its structure still buried beneath layers of sediment. Continued excavation of this temple, along with others, will provide more detailed insights into the religious practices and architectural techniques of the ancient Egyptians. Researchers are also eager to explore the city's residential quarters, where personal artifacts and household items may shed light on the daily lives of its citizens. With the application of advanced sonar mapping, underwater drones, and other modern technologies, archaeologists can now scan larger areas of the seafloor, potentially revealing new sections of the city that were previously overlooked. These tools allow for more precise exploration without disturbing the delicate balance of the underwater environment. Additionally, the development of improved preservation techniques will enable the safe recovery of artifacts, ensuring that the treasures of Canopus are protected for future generations. Another key focus will be the ongoing preservation of the site itself. As more artifacts are recovered, there is a growing concern about the potential damage caused by the forces of nature, pollution, and human interference. Collaborations between archaeologists, conservationists, and marine scientists will play a crucial role in safeguarding the city's treasures. Some of Canopus's most significant finds, such as statues, inscriptions, and artwork, are particularly vulnerable to the corrosive effects of seawater. Special care will be needed to ensure these items are preserved and displayed for public education and future study. The involvement of international research teams and institutions will also continue to play a vital role in Canopus's future excavation. As the interest in the site grows, so too will the potential for interdisciplinary collaboration. Scholars from a variety of fields, archaeologists, historians, geologists, and even specialists in marine technology, will contribute their expertise to uncover new layers of history. These collaborations will enhance our understanding not only of Canopus, but of ancient Egypt as a whole, providing broader insights into its religious practices, political systems, trade routes, and daily life. In addition to excavation and preservation efforts, the rediscovery of Canopus has the potential to spark renewed interest in ancient Egypt on a global scale. Museums, documentaries, and academic research will bring the story of Canopus to a wider audience, helping to educate the public about the significance of this remarkable site. As the archaeological team continues to unearth new artifacts and structures, the findings from Canopus will undoubtedly become a cornerstone of Egyptology, further solidifying its place in the study of ancient civilizations. As excavation at Canopus progresses, it is clear that this sunken city will continue to captivate the imaginations of people around the world. Each new discovery brings us closer to understanding the ancient Egyptians' connection to the sea, their religious beliefs, and the vast extent of their cultural influence. With the latest technologies and international collaboration, The future of Canopus excavation is filled with exciting possibilities, ensuring that this lost city will continue to reveal its secrets for generations to come. The rediscovery of the sunken city of Canopus is not just a fascinating archaeological achievement, it's a journey into the heart of ancient Egypt's rich and complex history. From its rise as a thriving cultural, religious, and commercial center to its mysterious disappearance beneath the waves, Canopus offers us a unique glimpse into the world of the ancient Egyptians. The ongoing excavation of this lost city is revealing more about their beliefs, their way of life, and their connection to the Mediterranean world than we ever thought possible. The treasures that have been uncovered in Canopus, statues, inscriptions, and the submerged remains of its temples, are giving us unparalleled access to a city that was once one of the jewels of ancient Egypt. These discoveries are not just academic, they help us understand how the people of Canopus lived, worshipped, and thrived. With each new find, we uncover more of the human story that links us to a civilization that shaped much of the ancient world. As the excavation continues, we're left with even more questions and mysteries, keeping the allure of Canopus alive for generations to come. What other treasures lie beneath the Mediterranean? What other untold stories from Egypt's past will be uncovered? The answers are just beginning to emerge, and they promise to change how we see the ancient world. If you've enjoyed learning about the sunken city of Canopus and the incredible discoveries that continue to unfold, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. There's so much more to explore in the world of history, and you won't want to miss what comes.